They called it a LEGO Fortnite update, but it was really a massive bug fix with one new item added and new bugs so they can make another update. Most players expected some huge additions to the game, including a new biome and new creatures. I'm sure they're coming soon, but instead we got some nice fixes to the annoyances of the game and one fix nobody asked for, the grappler bug. You could place a grappler in a chest to refresh it. Now after 30 uses it just disappears. Forever! And making a new one isn't cheap. You're gonna have to melt some copper every time, and you'll probably want to have a few extra in your very small backpack. I found this passage in a cave that I could not get into, and I've never seen that before. The complexity warnings are also still anywhere you have a large build set up, along with the server lag that makes you stutter, and the random can't move and then get kicked back to the lobby bug. There are a lot of QOL fixes to the game. That's quality of life. I appreciate the items stacking when you move them from chest to backpack or vice versa. Also, the elusive blast cores are now on the Dry Valley surface and much easier to find, so you won't be fighting with your friends over them as much anymore. And they did actually add a few things. There's a launch pad which gets you nearly as high as Water Spout in the Dry Valley, and it will appear in your toys if you put the build items into your backpack. Not a great addition, but could be useful, especially if you build several into a very expensive tower. Snap mode works better. There are a lot of new smaller sized pieces to build with, making it easier to fill in those gaps when building. You can abandon a build in progress so it doesn't keep glowing, and then continue building onto it however you'd like. You can now delete a village square permanently. There are new villagers that you can invite to join you: Tomato Head, Rustler, and Bush Ranger. You can remove a villager more easily by asking them to leave now instead of waiting 5 days. You can now eat while moving, especially handy when you're low on health and trying to fill your hearts while avoiding an enemy. You can ping! Much easier to point out items or a spot you see on the horizon, but you can't ping in the map, which would be very helpful. You're also still limited by how much map you can see, and for some reason your player's arrow doesn't point in the direction you're facing unless you take a step in that direction now. I guess if they didn't add these annoying changes, we wouldn't appreciate the next update as much. Players should spawn closer together when they're entering their world. Villagers will now actually do their smelter job, and the ones we had assigned that weren't doing anything gave us 30 copper bars each, but now seem to melt 1 or 2 per day on average, and no iron bars yet. There are a lot of other little fixes, and they're all appreciated because this game was very buggy. And trying to build with the toys led to a lot of heartache, with things breaking easily, or disappearing when you came back to the game the next day. But we're really hoping, begging Epic to please fix these server issues and also get us some new items and creatures and biomes, plus some better mobility so we can explore our worlds more easily. I hope you found this video useful. Check out our full walkthrough videos for the step-by-step to get this and so much more on LEGO Fortnite. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos about LEGO Fortnite.